Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
The Saints are looking for safety help, and they called no other than Justin Simmons. He will be taking a visit to the Saints today, this morning, out there in Cali at training camp. It's sort of a tryout as well. So the Saints will be looking at safety help. And after looking at that roster and the unofficial depth chart, I'm not super shocked at this decision from the Saints. Bringing in Justin Simmons, former All-Pro, third-round pick to the Broncos in 2016, 30 years old. So we'll kind of go look at his stats, draw his career real quick, and then we'll just go from there. First of all, we can start from 2019. Second team All-Pro, 2020 Pro Bowl, 2021 All-Pro, second team, All-Pro, second team, All-Pro, second team, Pro Bowl. So he's made the All-Pro team or Pro Bowl the last 5 seasons. Does it get any better than that? Not really. And been consistently healthy in the NFL. Like super consistent. We could not look at these first couple years where he didn't play. But since he started, 16 game season, 17 game season, only a 12 game season in 2022, and then a 15 game season last year. That's pretty healthy. That's pretty healthy. People keep saying injury concerns and things like that. But man, if you give me games like that, I'm gonna say that's pretty healthy. If we go look at the stats from these years, 97 tackles, 93 tackles, 96 tackles, 80 tackles, only 69 tackles because he played 12 games, and then 70 tackles. Those are pretty good numbers. The last 2 years has forced a couple fumbles as well. Look at the interceptions, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. For a team that needs to create turnovers, he's creating obviously interceptions, forced fumbles those last couple seasons. He's obviously been a really good player in the NFL, kind of on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Don't know if he'll ever get in there, but he's been a really good player. And the most impressive thing, I think, when you're looking at his stats and things like that, is where we at. This right here. I mean, look at the percentage of snaps he's played when he's been out there. 2018, 100% of the snaps, 1,077. 2019, 100% of the snaps, 100% of the snaps, 99% of the snaps. When he was healthy, 100% of the snaps in the 12 games, and then 100% of the snaps. Even played some special teams. Obviously rookie year is going to be the highest, wasn't really starting, but even played special teams. Even last year, 17% on special teams. So he has that special teams, X factor behind him as well. If he needs to go play special teams, don't think he will at this point in his career. Like I said, he's 30 years old now, and kind of getting up there in age. But I mean, obviously he's a good player. You don't need me to say he's a good player. And we'll look at this Saints depth chart. And go through that if this ever moves. All right. Now let's just look at the safeties. You got Jordan Howard, who's going to be in his second year in the NFL. I think he's going to be a really good player, but is he ready to start? You got Jonathan Abram. You know what he got. JT Gray. He's the special teams ace. We know what he is. The gunner. He's the man on special teams. And you got Tyrann Mathieu. And after that, you got Will Harris, Roger Teamer, Lawrence Johnson. Like guys that, honestly, we don't really know what they are. We don't know what they're going to bring to the team. We don't know how good they're going to be. So bringing in him. Obviously, like you think, Howden and Mathieu are your starters right now. Do you want to bring him in to compete with Howden for that starting job? Obviously, Tyrann's going to be the free safety. So do you want to bring him in at that strong safety job to compete with Jordan Howden? I wouldn't be opposed to it. But that's kind of your safety breakdown. You really need 3 safeties anyway. Injuries are going to happen. Jordan Howden's still young, even though I think he has all the potential in the world. He's still super young, so you don't know if he's going to turn into what you think. Tyrann Mathieu may get injured. You never know. He's getting up there in age as well. Knock on wood. That doesn't happen. But you have some older, an older guy in there, and you have a super young guy in there. So maybe you bring another 30-year-old guy, to fill that void. Or somebody go down off. You want to run 3 safety packages, what Dennis Allen has done before. So we'll see what it do. So like the depth chart, obviously we need safety help. Outside the offensive line, I think that's the weakest part of the team right now is not the strong safeties, but just the safeties in general. So bringing in Justin Simmons will definitely be a upgrade in that safety room immediately. And just to the defense in itself. You're bringing in good guys in the NFL. That's always a good thing to bring in good players. Let the best players play. And the Saints just really have a situation on their hands. If they do bring them in, it's what do you want to do? Are you really all in to win this year? Do you really think this team can win? Do you really think this team has a chance to make the playoffs? If you do, you bring in Justin Simmons. If you really don't think this team has a chance to win, because in my opinion, we don't at the moment, then I say don't bring him in. Let Jordan Howden play. let's just develop these young guys, because you don't want to really keep bringing in these older guys, 30, 31, 32, to take away reps from the younger players. Like, I mean, obviously at receiver, you got Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, A.T. Perry. Let those young guys play. On the offensive line, you got Fuaga. Like, I don't even know if I want Lucas Patrick starting over Saldiveri. You got Trevor Penny. Let these guys play, because Trevor Penny couldn't play these last couple seasons, because we've had Pete, and things like that. And we had Ramchick. He couldn't play. Even these young guys like Peyton Turner, he couldn't play, but that's mostly because he couldn't play because he just ain't been on the field. I'm almost starting to feel it with Brian Rasee, even though he played a lot of snaps last year. But the point is, man, you have a bunch of young guys that you need to develop. That needs to be the future of the team. And if you keep bringing in these older guys every year and you're still winning 7 games, 8 games, 8 games, 9 games, 7 games, you're not really winning. And then the young guys don't develop and you're playing the older, like the young guys aren't developed and you're not winning. So what are you really doing? How are you really getting better? It's a couple ways to get better in the NFL. You can get better and win games. You can get better by developing your young guys and getting ready for the future. And I think in the last couple of seasons, we've done 0 of either. We haven't really won, and we really haven't developed the young guys. So eventually, you got to make a decision on if you're going to develop these guys, let these guys play, let these guys get, some experience, or you just keep going all in, getting the older vets, getting some all-pro guys, some former Pro Bowl guys, and trying to win. So the Saints eventually have to make that decision. I don't care what they do. Ain't my team. Hey, now my team. Bring on Justin Simmons. I'm trying to win every year. In my head. So bring on Justin Simmons, let him come on down. So in my opinion, if I had to, choose on what we do, I say bring him on in. Bring him on in. Now the contract details and things like that will obviously be worked out. I think a 1-year deal, maybe 2-year deal if you're getting a little froggy. But this late, man, it's August 7th. It's August 7th. Obviously, he's not signed anywhere for a reason. I don't know what that reason is. Maybe he doesn't want to sign somewhere. But a 1-year deal is all I ask. Because a 1-year deal, you could get in and out of there. Because you might not have the same coach next year. You might not have the same quarterback next year. You might not have a same of a lot next year. So no need to tie people down to 2, 3, 4, 5-year contracts. Obviously, you won't get that, but just in general. So I say give him a 1-year deal. I don't care how much money it is. 1 year, hey, that's between y'all. Figure that out. And then let's see what happens. Let him come in and compete. It's a little late in the game, man. We play a game soon. So it's time to figure this out. Very, very soon. I don't understand. If they signed him, I don't understand why we didn't do it earlier. Maybe they wanted to get a good look at these safeties and stuff like that. But hey, we'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think about the Justin Simmons tryout coming up. And should we sign him or not? As always, thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's the Boot Tragedies, and I'm out.